Hi, everyone. This is Miss Leslie Gonzalez. I am one of your counselors, and I'm here to share with you a story that is written by me. So this is story time, everyone. Get comfortable, get your snacks, your juice, anything, because I'm gonna share a story that is not only cool and nice, but it's also we're gonna learn a lot with the story. Okay, so I want you to pay attention. I want you to listen. I want you to ask me questions in case you do have any questions. Answer the questions I have for you and just share with me any comments, questions, anything that you may have, or anything that you just learned. For those, I made a video last week. In case you didn't watch it, I encourage you to watch it. I encourage you to let me know what you think, share your ideas, uh, comment. Let me know if you have any questions. For those who already watched it, good job. Just let me know as well what you think. Okay, and share your comments and thoughts. Okay. The story that I have for you is a really nice story. It's a little long, and I'm gonna ask you questions and split it into parts. So please pay attention. So everyone, if you're like with your siblings or if you're in a room with your parents, now pay attention and listen to the story, enjoy it, and answer my questions. Even though I may not be there to hear you, it's important for you to answer the questions so that you can think with me and also share if you like as well. Okay. This, the story I have for you, it's called The Beauty of Earth. Okay. I so I'm gonna start. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Laura. She lived up on a spaceship. Okay. Spaceship, in case you don't know, is actually something outside of Earth. It's not here on Earth. And she was always curious about where Earth would be like. Since she has never been to Earth. She never went to Earth because she lived on a spaceship. All she was ever used to seeing was robots and technology. That's what they do in the spaceship. Okay? A spaceship is really not on Earth. So I want you to imagine a spaceship like outside of Earth, like kind of like a different world. Okay. This is, by the way, this is a fiction story, so it's not real. Okay. This is just for fun, something that I made up, and it's just kind of like a learning lesson story with a learning lesson behind it. Okay. So it's not real. Um, She always wanted to see how tall the grass is and how deep the oceans is. She always wanted to feel the heat of the sun on her skin. She wanted to see how tall the trees and how high the mountains were. She always talked about one day going down to earth. So that's a curiosity she had. She wanted to know, I want to know how earth is. Because she looked at it from spaceship, another outside of Earth. She loved the idea so much, she would close her eyes and dream of Earth. So that's one of the things she wanted, for a very long time. But because she didn't do it yet, all she could do was dream about it and imagine. Mhm. People will always tell her how fearful they were of Earth because they never been there. So people around her who never been on Earth, because remember they are in a spaceship, so they will always be like scared, like, I don't know, it looks so scary to go on Earth. But she will say to them, if one day I do go to Earth, I will step out into the ocean and swim under the waves. If I was not afraid, I would go skydiving. If I was not afraid, I would go jet skiing or parasailing. If I was not afraid, I would live. If I was not afraid to die. But what kind of life would I be living? She asked herself. A life of fear? I don't want to fear to overcome my faith and dreams. Being with fear is like being stuck, wanting to do things but not being able to because you imagine the worst outcome. So she was describing how her fear, didn't allow her to do things because she imagined the worst instead of the best. That is not the way I want to live, she said. Therefore, I believe that one day I will go down to earth because maybe, just maybe, it is exactly what I always dream of it to be. Even if it's not perfect, she said, I will make the best out of it. I believe that one day I will live my dream and run through the tall grass and swim through the rivers and oceans, climb the highest mountain. Maybe there may be earth people too. Remember, she didn't know that there were people on earth. She's never been here. And we can become friends and enjoy what earth and life have to give. I'll be happy in earth. I will not take earth for granted. I will not treat it like trash. I will take care of earth and keep it clean so that more people can come from her spaceship. Remember? And breathe the fresh air earth has to give so that others can come down to earth and be happy too. And share my dream of running through the tall grass and swimming through the rivers and oceans and climbing the highest of mountains together. Because what is a dream if you cannot share it with others? Ta-da! Perfect. So, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, based on parts, because there's a lot of things that we can actually learn from here. But I want to make sure you first understand the story, okay? So, what was the name of the girl that was on a spaceship? Think about it. Very good. Laura. Her name is Laura. Where did she live? Spaceship. Very good. Very good. What she wanted is so bad. What she wanted to do so bad. She wanted to come to Earth, correct? Okay. Why didn't she come to Earth? Like, that was her dream only. What was holding her back of not coming to Earth? I want you to think for a moment. I'll give you a minute for think because of this, okay? Because that's not like not. I want you to think of this question. Twenty seconds. Very good. She wanted to come to Earth, but didn't come to Earth because of her fear. All she could do was just dream and imagine. Because instead of thinking the positive, she thought the worst. And that's what fear does for you. Fear makes you always think about the worst outcome and not really think about the good that could come out of it. So, was fear, was living in fear helping her? What do you think? I give you a few seconds for you to think about that. Right, very good. Living in fear was not helping her. Living in fear actually was um, not letting her go after her dream. So, is it good to live out of fear? Is it good to be in fear? Very good. It's not good. Okay. It's okay to be precautious. It's okay to understand the good and the bad things of each decision, but not just focus on the bad things alone. Always have that positive mind that good things can also come out of it. So living in fear is actually not good because it doesn't allow you to go after your dreams. What was the dream of Laura in this story? Was to see the earth. When she wanted to see, if what she thought was actually real or not. And was it real? It was real, right? So make sure that, you know, we make sure we all understand that, it's not good to live out of fear. Okay? It's okay to be cautious, but when you have dreams, make sure you always try, make sure you go always go after your dreams. And most importantly, try your best, you know? And the most important thing is we get to say, I tried. Okay? And not just live out of fear. Because what she actually thought in the story, what Earth will be, it was all true, right? Okay, my next question. Um, okay, so she always wanted to see the tall grass. I wanted to see how deep the ocean is. Always wanted to feel the sun. She wanted to see how tall the trees were, how the mountains were. She always wanted to come to Earth in the story. And she loved the idea that she would close her eyes and just imagine it. And then people would tell her how fearful they were of Earth, how they never been there and they were fearful too. Now, I want to ask you something. When she said to them, she would say, um, do you think, and this is a really very interesting question, so I want you to think about this really, really, really deep, okay? She said people will always tell her how fearful they were of Earth because they have never been there, right? Do you think that she went along with them? Do you think that she would be like, oh no, I'm also fearful too, I'm not gonna do it, I'm not. She would actually say to them, if one day I go to Earth, I will step into the ocean and swim under the waves. If I was not afraid, I would go skydiving. If I was not afraid, I would go jet skiing or parasailing. I was not afraid, I would live. So, my question for you is it good to always listen to people's comments when they're negative, when they're not going to help you? Think about that for a moment. Do you think that people's comments and, is somehow important and in one way can affect you? Think about it, and I'll give you 1 minute to think about that. Because there are many answers to that, but I want to share my answer and what I think. Okay? And if you have any other answers, you can let me know as well, because I want to learn what you have to say. Okay. Okay. So, whatever answers you have, there's no right or wrong answer, by the way. I just want you to think every time I ask you to think. I just want you to use your brain, think different things, and because thinking is really good, it's really good for our brain. It's really good for us, to think and different things. So there's no right or wrong answer, but I will and share with you my answer. Okay. Um, what I think is that it's not when you're surrounded with people that sometimes give you negative comments or sometimes are not gonna really help you achieve your dreams. It's important to listen to people's opinions. It's important to learn from different people. However, when it comes to deciding after going after your dreams, make sure you surround yourself with positive people. Don't listen too much on people who have negative comments or are only gonna tell you um, their fears and all these things. It's important to listen to people's opinions, but sometimes not what everyone says is what it is. So make sure you always surround yourself with people that tell you good things, that tell you, yes, you can do it. Yes, go after your dreams. Yes, in this story, if she would have surrounded herself with positive people, she wouldn't have been so fearful. I mean, if she was surrounding herself with negative people, I'm sorry, the question is, she wouldn't have, if she had because she was surrounded with negative people, it just kind of increased her fear. But she did not allow that to actually um, kind of make her decision. She will answer to them and she will say, if one day I do go to Earth, because she did not let those comments bring her down. She actually said, no, I'm still going to dream. I'm still going to try. I'm still going to, imagine if one day I can go to Earth and see what it is about. So she didn't let those people influence her decision. So don't let people's negativity or people's sometimes comments, influence your decision. Make sure you stand for what you believe. Make sure you stand for, especially if you have a dream or something you want to do. Make sure you actually try and go for it. Okay, don't let other people's comments or influences make the decision for you. Okay? And it's always important to, and it's always good to surround yourself with people that will help you and not, people who won't. Okay? Okay. And the same thing goes for us. If we're surrounded with people that have dreams and that want to do different things, it's important for us to also encourage them. and tell them, yes, you can do it. Yes, go ahead and after your dreams. Go ahead and do what you want to do, if it's good, of course. And make sure you go after your dreams and not just imagine it. Always try. Okay. Okay. So the second part of this. Then what kind of life are you living? If you live in fear. Okay, so listen to this. I don't want fear to overcome my faith and dreams, she said. Being with fear is like being stuck, wanting to do things but not being able to because you imagine the worst outcome. So, what happens when you live, you know, in fear? Like, what is like being stuck? Why did she say that? You know, I want you to think about it for a moment and let me know. What can fear actually uh won't allow you to do certain things? Think about it. I give you about 40 seconds. Okay, so um being with fear, she felt like it's being stuck. Why? Because it didn't allow her to make her decisions and didn't allow her to go after her dream, which in this story was that she wanted to experience and wanted to visit Earth, wanted to see what Earth was about. Because all she did was imagine it. She didn't really know. Okay. So being stuck in fear, according to the story, it doesn't allow you to do certain things. It's good to understand and being precautious, but to live at or just thinking the negative and the worst outcome is not good. Say it with me, boys and girls, not good to live just out of fear, in fear. Okay? Because when you're living in fear, it doesn't allow you to make decisions in going after your dreams or, sometimes even challenge yourself. Okay? So she said, I don't want fear to overcome my faith and dreams. To have faith and to have dreams is very important. Whatever it is that you believe in, it's very important to not let fear overcome that, be bigger than that, you know, because sometimes when you just, like I said before, sometimes it just makes us stuck and not do certain things. And it's not good because life is beautiful. We have to go ahead and see different things and go after the dreams. If we have two or three dreams, go ahead and just go for it, you know? And most importantly, try in everything you do. Try your best, okay? So then she said, that is not the way I want to live. Uh-huh. Therefore, I believe that one day I will go down to earth because maybe, just maybe, it is exactly what I always dream of to be. Even if it's not perfect, she said, I will make the best out of it. Right? Okay. I believe one day I will live my dream and run through the tall grass and swim through the rivers and oceans, climb the highest mountain, maybe there. So she just was thinking maybe one day I will get to do all of this and not just imagine it, you know? So was she right? Her imagination was actually very right. And, you know, and isn't that something nice that we have here on earth? Um, the beautiful nature that we all get to experience, right? She was right in all of that. And she said, even if it's not perfect, it's okay. I'll make the best out of it, you know? Um, because maybe, just maybe, it is exactly what I dream of. Why? If she never tried, right, she will never know what it really was to come here on earth. And isn't it beautiful? That's a question we all have. Isn't it beautiful to live on earth? Um, of everything she described, and not only that, but more, because of the ocean, because of the rivers, because of the grass, the mountains, the trees. We live on a beautiful planet, boys and girls. And now I'm also gonna focus on that. Okay? She said, maybe there might be Earth people too, and we can become friends and enjoy what Earth life has to give. I'll be happy on Earth. I will not take Earth for granted and treat it like trash. I will take care of Earth and keep it clean so that more people can come. Remember, boys and girls, to always keep our Earth planet beautiful and clean. Make sure we don't take Earth for granted. Make sure that we do our part, to maintain it clean, to take care of it. So, and then she said, breathe the fresh air Earth has to give. And others can come down to Earth and be happy too. And share my dreams of running through the tall grass and swimming through the rivers and oceans and climbing the highest of mountains together. Because what is a dream if you cannot share it with others? Okay, and that's my last lesson of this story. Okay? Make sure you always share your dreams with other people. Make sure that when you learn something, make sure that when you have a dream, make sure that we not only, think of ourselves, but we also share with other people and help others achieve their goals, achieve their dreams, because it's always good to, help and share things that we've learned, and share things that we have accomplished with other people. Because that's really important, because it's not just about us, it's about everyone in earth. And so we can always be, helpful to each other and always care for one another. So make sure that everything I taught you, please let me know if you have any comments, any questions. I know there's a lot of talk about different things on earth, on this story. So let me learn let me see what let me know what you've learned. And I'm really looking forward to your comments and anything. I'm looking for those. I'm looking forward to seeing you next video. Do not miss it. Thank you so much for listening to this video. I'll see you next time, and I can't wait and start sharing your points of view. Remember, I also want to learn from all of you. God bless you. Until next time. Bye-bye.